Hi. Well, Tigers had 3 games against the Giants last weekend, and then result was I think 2 games win, and then 1 lost. So I think it was not bad. So it means they they got I think uh, good results. And then I think every Tigers fan really, relieved because, yeah, it was, I think a long negative spiral, they needed to go through. And then they found, I think, exit for that spiral. So it means, absolutely I'm glad. So I could tell that, I think, there, I think total result. They already had 20 games, and then 3 win games, and then 16 loss, and then 1 draw game, and then rest of the season games are 123, and so far they got runs 47, and then they lost 86 runs. And then team home runs 13, and then this figure it's number 4 in the Central League, and then 7 stealing bases. It's same as in home run, number 4 in the Central League, and then team batting average is 220. It's a bottom in the league. I think top is Hiroshima Cup, 264, and the second one is Chunichi Dragons, 254, and the third one is Yomiuri Giants, 251, and then fourth DNA Baysters, 250, and then fifth Tokyo Yakult Swallows, 228, and the bottom is Hanshin Tigers, 220. Team ERA is 4.03. This is bottom in the league too. So top one is Hiroshima Cup, 2.770. Second one is Chunichi Dragons, 2.98. And the third one is Yomiuri Giants, 3.03. Fourth one is Yakult Swallows, 3.15. And the fifth one is DNA Baysters, 4.00. And the errors, I think this is I think this is great news for us. Top one is Hanshin Tigers, only 8, and the second one is DNA and Hiroshima Cup, DNA Baysters and Hiroshima Cup. They both teams got 9 errors, and then following them Chunichi Dragons, Yakult Swallows, both of them got 10, and the bottom in the league, Yomiuri Giants, they got 15. So many Tigers fans really want to know why, I think Tigers, had 16, loss so far. So I think, open game was absolutely, I think, a nightmare because Fujinami was, starting pitcher, and also, everybody expected him to get, first, a winning game. So that means, I think if he got, I think, winning game, first, so it means maybe, he will, it will be a great motivation for him to win, I think, continuously. Everybody saw it in that way. And then I think, until, sixth inning, his score was, 8-1. But problem was, I think, next pitcher, that was called, Saito. And then Saito didn't have, I think, long experience. Maybe, I think, 3 or 4 years, in Tigers. And then, many people, blame the Yano, managers, I think, conduct. So why, manager Yano send him to the mound after the Fujinami? So I think, that relief was absolutely failed, and also, Swallows, took over the Tigers, and then Keller, I think, he was, it wasn't, his fault, and then he was, absolutely, I think, his first time, I think, pitching in Japan, so he got tense a lot. So it means maybe, I think, he really wanted to be on the mound without any, I think, runners. But anyway, result was, I think, 10-8. So that was, absolutely, affected to the, I think, all Tigers members. So that's why, they lost, continuously. So another, I think, influence was from the, I think, second game of the, DNA Bases at the Koshien Stadium, and then Tigers could have won because, I think, in the final inning, pitcher mounts, I think, it was, Masashi Ito, left-handed pitcher. He was, he was really, good. He was really good, at that, at that game, and then I think, it was, I think, out count was 2 out, and then a batter was fourth batter of the Bases called Maki, and then he got hit in front of, Chikamoto. Chikamoto tried to catch it with, sliding, but he couldn't, catch it, and then it was tie score, and then after that, I think, second time Saito, I think, relief pitcher of, Tigers, and then he lost, I think, I don't know, maybe couple of, runs, and then Tigers lost. And then before, I think, before that game, Nishi was, starting pitcher against Bases, and then he won, that he won that game as shutout. So it was great, but well, Masashi told he couldn't win. So many things are very very I think unlucky. So that's why I think Tigers couldn't even win some games. So I really want to say baseball is mental game. So when you got shock, so it means I think it affect to the all members in the dugout too. So last weekend, we got I think Giants, and then two wins game, and then one loss. That was not bad. And then I hope they will get great motivation for the bases. They will have game tomorrow, and then I hope they will win. Thank you for watching, and if you think this video is good, and also I think please subscribe it. Thank you very much.